This is one of the biggest restrictions on the XFR, and most people don't even realise it's there. So we're fixing it. On a supercharged Jaguar, exhaust flow is important. The more fresh air we can get into the engine, the less exhaust restrictions, the lower the temperatures, for more sustained power.
It'll also unleash a little bit of noise if you love that fruity V8 noise. It can also decrease exhaust temperatures, which is great for tuning. If your exhaust temperatures get too high, your engine actually pulls back the power. So there's multiple reasons where you may want a high flow European approved exhaust catalyst for your XFR. We have all in stainless steel pipework, including the flange, the cat, everything stainless steel, high quality. This is a European approved catalyst, so it has the European approved markings on it. We have them available in Euro 4 like this one and Euro 6 as well, and they are physically the same size. You just need to select the correct one that's relevant for your age of vehicle and what part of the world you're in. We've got properly engineered flanges here, so the flange itself is tapered to match this piece that clamps to the exhaust manifold. The pipework is actually just slightly larger than the standard pipework. We've then got these separate pieces here, so this is clamped and this is clamped, so this gives you adjustment in all sorts of different directions so you can get the perfect fitment on the car. You may notice as well that the bends are also slower than these ones, which will also aid exhaust gas flow. And then on the standard exhaust, it's got quite an extreme step down here. That's a big old lip, so we are deleting that and we're going to sleeve over the top instead, so there's not really a massive reduction here. So we've got the high flow cat, the slightly increased bore size, the slower bends, and got rid of the big step down, so all of that will significantly increase exhaust flow. And of course we're also doing away with the horrible old rusty flanges. So this is a pre-facelift XFR that these are going on today, but this kit is coming for the facelift XFR as well, and this kit will in turn delete the horrible clamp system it's got that's full of this sort of graphite-y asbestos looking gasket weird thing. We've already done a video that we do a little delete kit that deletes that clamp. It seriously steps down, it's full of this horrible rubbish, they're really nasty to work on, difficult to disassemble and reassemble, so this cat kit will... Kit cat! So this catalyst kit will delete that horrible step down and clamp system that is found on XFRs that are from around 2012 to 2015. If you have an F-Type, keep an eye on our online shop and our YouTube channel because it is coming for those soon as well. So with the original catalyst removed, we're left with this flange like this. Now rather than inserting the new exhaust inside there and having that step down, we're going to delete that. So we need to carefully cut the old clamp off. And also it's a good excuse to replace these clamps anyway because they're all old and nasty. We don't want to really reuse them. So there's new heavy duty stainless ones supplied in the kit. So this is the middle section exhaust and we're going to be cutting it right after this flanged piece here. So as soon as it goes thin, we're going to cut it there, leave that couple of inches so we can slot the new pipe over it. But this flanged bit where the clamps were on here, which I've started to cut off and remove, that's gonna go. That's where we're gonna cut with the orange mark there, right after the flanged bit. So all this mess, the horrible rusty clamps, they're gonna go. We're gonna cut that here, leave this couple of inches, and that's gonna allow us to slot our new exhaust straight over that. To aid access, you could completely take the exhaust off. I've undone the 4 10mm bolts holding this little brace on and just left the one slack. Gonna move that out of the way. And to be honest, that could help me when it comes to put the exhaust back on. I can always hold it. Little techniques, you know. Alternatively, you could completely remove the rear lower brace. We do sell uprated ones of these, by the way, and remove the whole exhaust if you find that easier to work on. But I'm going to try and cut those bits off in situ. Right, there we are. I've wedged a block of wood in there, found one of a nice size. That's given me lots of access all around that now. And another good point to our cat system is the flange. So we have a tapered cup here, which is this piece on the cat itself, and we have a flange. Now many companies, they'll offer you just a straight cut flange like this that doesn't mate particularly well with the flanged cup. But our flanges are actually engineered so they are tapered, if you can see that on the end of my thumb there, so they fit perfectly in this here, and that actually gives you a little bit more adjustment so you can tilt this to the angle you desire to fit it properly, and it also puts nice even pressure on the flange to get a better seal on the joining pipe. So here's the numbers for the cat. They are European approved. You're looking for a logo like that, an E with a number in a circle. So for a few years now we have already offered high flow catalysts, European approved ones, on the XF 5 litre models. However, what we tend to do, and it is still available if you wish, is fabricate it into the existing exhaust like this one. So these are actually 3 or 4 years old now. They've flown through every MOT emissions test, and they are stainless steel, and the original pipework is actually stainless steel as well, believe it or not. They've both gone brown. It's not necessarily rust. It actually turns a sort of browny gold colour very quickly just from heat. So don't be disheartened if your stainless steel exhaust, wherever you've bought it from, whatever car it's on, however old it is, if it's gone a bit brown looking, that's just normal with heat. You can actually take the time to polish that up again if you wish, but over time it is just going to go brown again. Albeit, if you compare that to a mild steel exhaust, you can then notice the difference. The mild steel exhaust will be much more rusty, brown and lumpy, bumpy, etc. So that's a very, very popular option to weld them into your current exhaust. We still offer that if you wish, but if you wish to replace that whole section of exhaust or have some cats hand fabricated by us in our workshop in the UK and shipped to you in the world wherever you are, we can do that too. So if you'd like a set, jump on our online shop, www.wraptordesign.com. So the lads and I are going to fit them now, and I can't wait to hear what this beast is going to sound like. Okay, so far we have removed the standard exhaust catalyst. It's quite simple. Up here, if you can see it there, there's a 15mm nut on the top and a 15mm nut on the bottom. And then there is this horrible clamp design. It probably won't come undone very easily. This one didn't come undone very easily. The lads used some heat on it, like an open flame, to warm these up and get them off. But to be honest, you haven't got to do that because we are going to lose all this. So if you've got the ability to do so, you can literally cut it off there as I'm about to. Okay, so as I've started to. Okay, so we're going to lose this horrible rusty clamp thing, and then we are going to leave 2 inches of pipework just there. Now the exhaust kit does come with new nuts and bolts as well, so that's handy, but pre-warning, sometimes the ones up there are difficult to get to. If you need better access, what you can do is lower the steering rack just slightly. So there's 1, 2, and a 3rd bolt up there. If you undo those all the way, that will pull out and down, just giving you a little bit more access with your hands to get your tools on there. Bearing in mind they can seize on, so you may need a bit of heat, but you also don't want to melt anything you shouldn't be melting. Sometimes just a big long extension and a socket back here does it. Other times you have to carefully cut the nut off. Check the thread's okay. If it's not okay, you want an M10 die to run down there. That will retrieve the threads and make them nice again. A lot of the time we're lucky, they come off no problem at all, but I'm just pre-warning you, sometimes these nuts and bolts are difficult, and it's due to so many heat cycles they've had over the years, going hot, cold, they sort of bind and weld themselves together. So, in the kit, you get this, with things and stuff that come with it. So, you will get a fully welded cat, not like the just demo one that I'm quickly nicked for this video. with random labels removed, so it all looks very, very pretty. Beautiful rainbow welds and all that kind of thing, you know. You get the cat with the S-bend piece, which will effectively replace all of the standard cat there, like so. If I turn it over, there is a slot for the lambda sensor there. Now, we recommend that you switch off via remapping the secondary lambda sensors, okay? Otherwise it could potentially throw a fault in the engine ECU, because your engine ECU is calibrated for those catalysts, not these catalysts. But these, as long as you select the correct ones for your age and derivative of vehicle in whatever country you're in, will still fly through emissions tests. Alternatively, you can try a lambda sensor spacer just to desensitize the lambda a little bit. That can work, but we usually map them out via remapping. Also in the kit you get stainless steel heavy duty clamps for these intermediate pieces, and of course the one that's going to connect it to the middle section of the standard exhaust. And at the top here you got 2 new nuts and 1 new bolt, because you only need 1, because up there's already 1 thread there for you attached to the manifold. Well, that's it. It looks good, it sounds good, it still goes through the emissions. Job well done. I'll just leave it rolling. It's all good.
Did you do that?
One man install, you see, with lots of small, easy to handle bits. But if you do have friends, some people have friends, then it makes it even easier again. Unless secretly you don't like them and you want them to go away.
I can just go.
It's also easier on the floor, so you don't need a second person.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
You can just rest it on the floor.
So there's one, just loosely on. Got the nuts and bolts just nipped up there, just finger tight, that's all. Trick is here to slot it all together loosely before tightening any bolts fully, to ensure you can adjust it how you want.
So much easier than the stock ones to install, isn't it? The
Well,
stock ones
yeah.
are properly different.
Yeah,
A
the
lot more space, don't you?
stock ones are horrible.
You can just
You can
like,
fit your hand in there. You can't on the stock ones.
on the
Yeah.
stock ones you need to look with the camera.
You got more space, you're not fighting this clamp here at the same time. It's nice and manageable.
You can see. Then the beating there and
Yeah. Cool. Alright, next piece. Time for the S-bends. So we decided we're going to leave these in separate bits with heavy duty clamps. So that gives us lots of adjustment. Before that I need to finish what we were doing earlier and choppy chop the rest of that off. Goodbye rusty horrible piece of poo. Bye bye. Bye bye. Dodging the camera. Ooh, look at that. It's looking good. Yes, shiny things. So there we are. It's now sleeved over that. That looks super neat. I like that. Gets rid of the big step down that it had previously. Got slower, smoother bends for improved gas flow, slightly larger pipe for improved gas flow, and of course the main thing, which is the high flow cats themselves for improved gas flow. So you're going to remove the blank and you can put the aftercat lambdas in. Alternatively, you could leave them off, unplug them and just delete any associated faults to do with them lambdas, but most people would typically refit them. Sometimes you can have them still working and just fit a spacer in there as well. That's another option. Yeah, that's how it goes. So it's all slotted together loosely at the moment. So obviously that clamp is going to go over here like so, like there. This clamp's loose, and it gives you full adjustment, and you can make sure it's nice and high, not hanging down, not contacting anything. As you can see, we've set it up here where there's absolutely bags and bags of room, so it's not going to rattle or knock or anything like that. And then, because it's a slightly smaller body cat, you can access the nuts and bolts for the flanges up here nicely as well. And with these ones, I'd recommend do them up bit by bit gradually, and you could even get a soft mallet and just give this a gentle little tap. That'll help seat that cup to the manifold nicely as you tighten those up bit by bit. You don't want to batter the hell out of it with a steel hammer. You definitely don't want to hit it here where the cat is, but you could just gently tap it up here, nip them up bit by bit until it sits really nicely. That's going to decrease the likelihood of any blowing happening at this flange point here. And there it is, fully installed. And that's it with the undershield back on. Whack whack. Dip closed again. Well, that's it. It looks good, it sounds good, it still goes through the emissions. Job well done. Hope you've enjoyed this vid, hope you found it informative and interesting. My name's Dud, you're watching Wraptor Customs. Please tune in again next week, we should have a weekly video. And if you love your cars and you want to get more involved with us, please do come to our event. That's the Wraptor Races, happening 15th of June. That's a Monday, 2026, at the legendary Santa Pod. The Wraptor Races is back. In store we have show car parking where you can show off your pride and joy, a live arena where we will be interviewing some lucky owners talking about their car, watch the live drag racing, or you can even buy a driver's ticket and join in with the drag racing yourself. We'll also be offering remaps on the day at our special show price of just £200 plus VAT.
And this time we are taking it up a notch because we are at the legendary Santa Pod.
That's Monday the 15th of June 2026, so grab yourself a ticket while they're still available. Now this is a thing I put on at least once a year for you guys to come and enjoy. We don't make any profit from it, in fact we usually lose a few £1,000s, and I don't care because it's fun. It's for everybody to come, have a social, share the common interest of our cars, and it's a safe, legal, controlled environment to actually have a blast in your car. But there's no pressure, guys, so if you love cars and like, oh, I want to come but I don't want to drive my car up the drag strip, you haven't got to, that's fine. You can come and spectate. In fact, you can come and even have a passenger ride if you want. So on our website, www.raptor-events.co.uk, you can buy spectator tickets, which will also allow you to show your car in the static display if you wish. You can buy passenger tickets, and you can buy the full hog driver's ticket. It's a full day out, guys. You can bring the family, you can bring the kids. If the kids are under 10, they are free of charge. So I urge you to come along, make yourself available. Don't give me any excuses. You know, you've got to enjoy life, so come and have some fun with us at the Wraptor Races 2026. That's Monday, 15th of June. I hope to see you there.